and our health and well-being guru, Vanessa Sturman. Good morning to you, and I say a good morning. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning to you as well.
I'm embracing the day. I'm taking the blue sky as a little win because it just having a bit of light makes me feel better. Why do people typically start to feel a bit low in January then, Vanessa?
Yeah, and I think what you said before is also something to be careful of. Is it necessarily the most depressing day of the year? Probably not. But, people might feel a bit blue in January because their diets may not have worked out. And, this is really important. There are so many quite dangerous diets marketed at us. Get rid of that Christmas weight, cut out all the carbs. That makes you miserable. We absolutely love carbs. Potatoes are fantastic. So people are feeling a bit miserable because of that sort of thing. They probably spent a bit too much money and thinking, well, I'm a little bit worried about that. It's quite cold. But we do have a bit of a mental health crisis in this country anyway. Loneliness rates are going up. We've got all sorts of lifestyle diseases people are struggling with. So, there's a reason that actually, and it being more cold in January, that we might feel a little bit more blue.
And I think we've built up, haven't we, at the tail end of last year, you build up to celebratory mode with Christmas and maybe have a chance to be with some friends or family or neighbours, and there's things to celebrate, and there might be a local carol service or something you've gone to, and you feel quite joyous. And then you kind of come down the other side and there's not a lot going on in January. And of course, maybe we, as you say, we've overspent, maybe we've set resolutions that we've already fallen at the first hurdle. So I think we're a little bit unkind to ourselves. Would you agree?
Yes, I think so. And I think, there's been so much pressure before Christmas as well, have lots of fun, do everything, see everyone. And then it comes to January and people do think, goodness, I've been terrible. I hear this a lot from people. Oh, I've eaten so much. I've been awful. I can't control myself. And, and then they fall very victim to these different campaigns in January, all about, oh, you better get down the gym. And some of those things are myths. Oh, you better work out every day to have a good body. 80% of, our weight management is going to be what we eat. Now, exercise is extremely important for long-term health, mental health. But, necessarily, if you don't like the gym, you might have been pushed to sign up to a gym that you don't even enjoy when you might have wanted to go to dance classes instead. I had a client who said, oh, I love doing rock dancing. I said, well, go and do that. And, you don't have to go to a gym. And I think people have probably been pushed into things they didn't want to do just because they thought, well, I'd better get in shape and do the right thing.
It's true. Pressure all around us, feeling like you've got to follow the tribe and do what everyone else is doing. You've got to be you. You've got to embrace you, haven't you, and try and do what suits you. And on that tip, Vanessa, how can we do small things to keep our morale up? What would you put in our toolkit now to get us through today and the rest of January in a kinder way to ourselves that's going to benefit us mentally, physically? What's in that toolkit? What would you say?
So I would start everything off with, what do I really, really love? And obviously the biggest thing I talk about is food. So first of all, I say to people, what is the food that you really, really enjoy? What are the cuisines you love? You don't have to go and follow some meal plan that you've bought that's got food that's going to make you miserable. If you really love Southeast Asian food, cook up some really lovely stir fries that are full of vegetables. Maybe you've got a lovely sort of peanut satay sauce that you can either buy or make that's really delicious with some lovely, maybe pre-marinated tofu so you don't have to do quite so much cooking. Eat something that you love with some sweet chili sauce. Have that. If you really love Indian style food, make sure you're making up big, lovely lentil soups. So dals, they call that in India.
Them.
Make sure you're making all the
them.
herbs and spices. They're lovely, aren't they?
What you're saying here, we're eating good food, whole food. You can relatively cheaply buy some veg now. Certain discount supermarkets, you can get it for like 19p and they do the special offers. Buy what's on special offer, cook it up in a batch, but put all the herbs and spices in to make it taste great. And you're onto a winner, aren't you?
Yes, completely. And, that's another thing, thinking about the money side of things. People, again, think, oh, my health's going to go downhill because I don't have the money, when actually some of the cheapest things we can buy are lentils, beans, whole grains, seasonal fruit and vegetables or frozen fruit and vegetables. They're very good for you. And those will also feed your good gut bacteria, the fiber in those foods, feed your good gut bacteria. And we know that our gut health is so connected to immunity, disease prevention, energy, and our mental health.
Yes.
So these are going to not just taste really really delicious, and that's what we want, and to feel all lovely and warm when it's cold. But they're going to save money, and they are also going to help your long-term health, and that's what we want to do.
Amazing stuff. I think that is the little boost that we needed on Blue Monday just to keep us going on the right track. Vanessa, thank you so very much.